11 matches, half of them good, and there were a few questions that I had. I'm John Redland with my review of AEW Dark, and we start off with Excalibur, Veda Scott, and Taz on commentary. Veda Scott has really grown on me as a commentator. She did great in the women's tag team tournament, almost said tag title tournament. For the love of God, they don't need to do women's tag titles. They can barely focus on their current singles champion. Red Velvet versus Cody's Nepotism Project, a.k.a. Brandy Rhodes. Brandy Rhodes is fucking rotten. She's fucking goddamn rotten. She can't do anything. She's fucking terrible. Dustin Rhodes is there, and also the action figure that cuts better promos and wrestles better than Brandy despite being an inanimate object. Brandy also has the charisma of an inanimate object, but at least an inanimate object has the excuse of being an inanimate object. Brandy Rhodes should not be on TV is my goddamn point. Anna Jay shows up on the stage to distract, and all that leads to is a rear naked choke, done very badly by Brandy, and Red Velvet taps out. Red Velvet has something. I'd like to see her signed at some point. Daniel Garcia and Kevin Blackwood versus The Butcher and the Blade with Eddie Kingston. It was fine. It was fine for what it was. Blackwood and Garcia apparently survived a bad car accident, according to Veda Scott. And that's an inspirational story they could build on. Glad they are healed up and everything, and they're able to continue their careers. But full death, maybe not the best segue. 1, 2, 3, Butcher and the Blade win. Danny Jordan, the real mean girl who I've loved since seeing her on the NWA Circle Squared show, and after having a knee injury and getting... I do follow her on Twitter, and she posts some inspirational stuff. And also, she's been working out and getting even in better shape and improving her work. Not that her work was bad, but at a young age, she has definitely put in the work to improve. She took on Penelope Ford with Kip Sabian, Aubrey Edwards as the ref, and Penelope's improved as well. Veda Scott also mentioned about not reading the YouTube comments. Smart by her. Well, especially for a big platform like this. And at one point, because Danny Jordan is the real mean girl, she had a burn book and had a page dedicated to Penelope. Penelope saw that and then fed her the page. And then literally tried to throw the book at her, but it didn't work. Danny Jordan hit some good moves, but in the end, Fisherman Suplex, 1, 2, 3. Make that Penelope's finisher. Doesn't need to be the springboard cutter, as I think that can only end badly. Not that she does it bad, but it requires so much assistance. I think the Fisherman Suplex is a better move. Beautiful bridge. Great height that she gets on that. And Danny Jordan also is a future star. Would like to see her signed as well. Ricky Starks joins commentary. Megabyte Ronnie versus The Machine. Brian Cage. Mr. Wellness violation waiting to happen. Okay. Ronnie apparently is a competitive eater. He pulls a hot dog out of his fanny pack that is there at one point and tries to do a people's elbow while eating the hot dog. What the fuck is actually going on? Why? Why? I mean, I understand entertainment here, but why? I don't even have anything against this guy. He has a decent look, but what the fuck? Why? Why? I mean, yes, there's always been stupid shit in wrestling, but why? Just fucking why? I'm not even kidding. You can actually go back and watch this. This actually happened. He pulled a hot dog out, was eating it, and tried to do a people's elbow, and then Cage kicked out, like, barely at one, and was like, what the fuck? Hit him with a drill claw, 1, 2, 3. This is embarrassing. Excalibur also called himself a meat enthusiast, hashtag meat enthusiast, and Taz talked about the different kinds of meat that he's familiar with. This was a very uncomfortable match, especially since it wasn't a wrestling match, and Brian Cage, who I'm not a big fan of, didn't really do anything here besides hit the drill claw. Ooh, he's a fine athlete, just what the fuck was this? Why the competitive? Why? Just why? Again, why? Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison versus Santana Ortiz. I like Griff and Pillman Jr. as a team. It wasn't bad. Maybe went on a little bit long, but Griff's improved, and then we get Pillman Jr. being pinned. So, which is a bit odd because has Griff been signed by the company? I mean, if so, great for him. I wouldn't mind seeing him and Pillman Jr. as a team, as I think they could, maybe not rise up the ranks, so they could be at least a decent team for a number of months. But it was what it was. Jesse Sorensen versus Will Hobbs. Hobbs beats him legit within a minute. Hits the Oklahoma Stampede. Jesse Sorensen, who I don't mind as a wrestler. Yeah, Oklahoma Stampede, that's it. That's your lot. Skylar Moore, who they should sign. And Rochelle Chanel versus Ivelisse and Diamante. The beginning of Ivelisse and Diamante's song sounds like the beginning of a Christmas theme. I just can't get over that. Listen to the beginning of it and tell me it does not sound like the beginning of a Christmas song. It's just very odd. Why does Rochelle Chanel move like she's being repeatedly shocked with a cattle prod? I mean, is it a gimmick? Is she okay? Did she injure her back trying to carry birdseed? What the fuck is why? Is she okay? Like, that doesn't even look like a gimmick. It looks like she's legit hurt. Whatever. Anyway, Skylar Moore should be signed. And Rochelle Chanel isn't bad when she tries to do stuff, but she clearly is a little bit green, and that is how you get over, how you get more experience as you get in there with more experienced talent. But Again, just the fact that she moves like she's being shocked by the cattle prod, it's just frightening. Fucking hell, bulls that are in bullfighting don't move as, weird as that. They have their balls freaking tied off. Bullfighting's fucking stupid. Moving on. It should have been Chin for the win, but it wasn't. Skylar has something and Evil East hits a kick in the face. 1, 2, 3. We then get Colt Boom Boom Cabana versus QT Marshall with Allie. Hey, look, the Dark Order's on the stage and they stopped caring. Don't like the Dark Order. Other people do. That's fine. I don't care. I don't care if you care that I don't care about the gimmick is really what I'm trying to say. You guys can like it. I'm not saying there isn't talent in the group, but the gimmick's fucking stupid. The group that calls themselves Retribution, however, is way worse. Grayson then, takes about 5 years after a ref distraction to kick QT Marshall in the face, and then a discus clothesline 1, 2, 3. And yeah, that was pointless. Cutler and Avalon, who will get their first win? The initiative explodes. Leva Bates, looking quite good at ringside, I will say that much. This was fine, I just didn't care about the feud. And a double countout. So neither man gets their first win. They're probably going to put this on the buy-in at Full Gear. Watch them put this on the buy-in. No DQ match. And then it somehow still ends in a double countout. Watch that happen. Alright, anyway, Max Stardom, I think. Dante Smiley versus Best Friends. The aggressive Best Friends. That's adorable. Pile driver pins Dante. And then the Dark Order. Uno, Grayson, Silver, and Reynolds versus the Gun Club. Billy and Austin, and Private Party. Oh my god, is that Private Party? Taz. Why be happy ever? Taz, I'm starting to identify with a little bit more and more, except I have more of a neck. I think almost anybody has more of a neck than him. Fucking Meryl Streep in Death Becomes Her had more of a neck, and she was made of rubber. Alright, 2 Dark Order matches. Oh boy. Everybody get in here, and then Fatality pins Austin. That's about it right there. Okay, cool. That's it for an 11-match card. How's that for a review? Anyway, agree, disagree with what I said. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.